Okay, in this episode of ADA Audits, I'm going to do an audit on the Kern County Superior Courthouse at 1415 Truxton Avenue, where I'm sitting at right now in the handicap zone, which is empty on a Friday because court is usually all over by 12 noon. Given any other day of the week, even per an attorney, which I won't say his name, based on, they might try to retaliate against him or do something. He even told me himself that the spot that I'm parked in right now, normally attorneys that have physical challenges or whatever are handicap placards park here, which is true, because normally on days that I come to try and park here, I can never park. But I'm going to drive around and show how this place is completely inaccessible for people in wheelchairs and with disabilities, and the lack of spacing for us, let alone for jury services. And if a car happens to be sitting at the railroad tracks with a disabled person in it, and see, this one here was disabled, as you can see on the ground, the blue lines, they turned it red for the police department. And as we turn the corner to our immediate right here, you can see that there's a couple of handicapped spaces right here at the public defender's office, but as always, only one's available. Now, this is the situation that I was speaking of with the train. It's already bad enough to try and get across the street and you're in a wheelchair. But if you're on a jury, or if you have a case that you're running late for and you have to go to the courthouse and you're on jury services, well, you won't be able to get in there because of the train. And there's no way around except for 2 blocks around, way around. As you can see, me driving through this parking lot right here, there's no handicap spots. And the 1 or 2 that is down here, they're always taken, or you have a government vehicle, one of the police cars that's parked on the hash marks. So we'll see what we have today. I know we have at least 3 or 4, maybe a few more, but they're more designated for, the staff. And here we are again, just like I said. They make special parking for law enforcement and all that. They put more handicapped spaces back here since the last time I've been here, but still, they're not completely in compliance up front. Because if you park back here, there's no access to these doors. You have to go all the way around this building to the metal detectors and everything to get in. So what's the point of having handicap spots way back here when you have no access to the building still? All these spaces back here, you see they're empty because everyone that's disabled is parking up in the front in regular spaces, because all these doors right here are secured doors and you can't get in. We're going to go back around here to jury services parking lot where the train has gone by now to show what I was just speaking of, how if you're on a jury or if you park in this parking lot, if a train comes, you can't get across. And then if you do try and get across, you have to go blocks out of your way and try and conquer this underpass, which is impossible for anyone in a wheelchair to maneuver over, under, around, or anything else. And that will be displayed in this video as well. And this parking lot in front of us right now is jury services parking lot, where the white Toyota pickup truck is coming out of. These are the railroad tracks that you just saw the train on. Now see, even in the jury services area, the handicap parking spaces are not even right here by the gate. Let's drive through here and see where they're at. They're probably over there on the other side where that little fence was. Look how far it is away and everything. Look at this here. Where are the handicap spaces? You can go all the way back here and stuff too. Jury services parking. Where's the handicap spots at?
Watch that pothole.
That who?
Watch that pothole.
Oh yeah, I see it. Oh, here we go. One way over here. None down there. Let's show this first. There's none down here. They have this marked off as though it could be one, but it's white instead of being marked off for the handicap, which shows that they could have a space there. Just like this space right here by this gate has these white markings, but it's a loading zone. Now you have the handicap zone way over here for jury services, way back here. Two of them as far back in the parking lot as you can get. Way back here, out of all these spaces, you talking about right-of-way of passage violation. Wow. Unbelievable. And they want people to serve on California juries? And I haven't even showed the route that you have to take if a train is coming. That's coming up next. Oh, here we go. Some handicap parking right here. Oh, but the signs are so low you can't even see that it's handicap parking right here. But just like I said, if you come through the gate, it's probably going to be right there by that gate, which is not even not even meeting the requirements of the space size to maneuver in and out of the gate, which is 56 inches. So that's a violation as well. Curve cuts and everything, all these railroad tracks, there's no smooth. Look at this county guy. He just turned right in front of me without even looking and didn't pay attention or nothing. Sir, you work for the county?
Yes.
What's your name?
Huh?
What's your name?
What's going on?
You just turned right out in front of me, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry about
And
that.
I'm filming right now. I'm doing Americans with Disabilities Act audit.
Okay.
And I'm in a wheelchair. And you just did that.
I'm sorry about that, sir. I didn't really see you on this side. I apologize.
Yes, and what was your name?
Christian.
Your employee ID number?
Yes, sir. I don't have an ID number, but it's Christian Gonzalez.
And what office are you with?
With Rise, L Street.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. This is what you fake. Ooh, did you see that pothole I just hit? You can hear that. I just bust my tire, I think. And this is what you have to go through just to even get to the courthouse. Now I'm taking the route that you would have to take to try and get there. If you're in a car, you're gonna have to watch this double back around because you can't get through. Because the way they had the police stuff set up here, it's a one-way, and there's another train already. And look, even pushing your wheelchair around here, you still cannot get across. Look at that. There's no possible way to get through here at all. And look at all the handicap parking for their employees over here, but yet they park over there, where we, the citizens, pay our tax dollars to patriot these places, and we can't park. And they got all these signs up that these lots are under surveillance, they're county parking lots, government employee parking only, and all of this stuff. You know, and then you get up here to the sign for where you want to try to go back and go the way that you want to go and need to go, and it says no left turns, right turn only. So I can't even go back over there to the courthouse, even coming this way. I have to go through all of this, and forgive me and everybody, but I'm gonna make a 3-point U-turn, which is legal, but I don't know if it's legal to actually make a U-turn to access a point of passage. So if I've done something wrong, I guess they're just gonna have to give me a ticket, because this is the only way that I see that I can even get across the street. after coming through their tunnel of maze. Now, to get over this bridge here, under and over, if you're in a wheelchair, you can basically forget it. You can go down, but you're probably gonna flip out of your wheelchair doing it, and coming up is not next to impossible. It is impossible. You can, no way that a person in a wheelchair can navigate this steep hill. And look at the curve, it's not even leveled out. You're gonna break your feet trying to just roll up over that thing because it's not flat and surfaced. And look at this, how steep it is. And there's stairs up there, so that doesn't make it any easier for a person in a wheelchair. You got the mayor's office right here across the street with all this going on. This car behind me right here trying to run me over. So crazy white lady with no respect for the public. And as you can see across the street over here in front of the bank, they have it roped off where the handicap zone is. No one disabled can park. They're doing street maintenance, but they haven't done anything to make it more accessible. This gentleman right here has to wait for a car to pull up to get access. You got this car in the handicap zone with no placard about to pull out and hit me illegally. Then you wonder why there's no handicap spots. It's right in front of the courthouse and they let this happen. But I bet you for the jury services bus, they made a space for it. They even put cones out for it. But yet, they have jury services parking. And again, this spot right here on the corner that's marked blue, they've changed it for the police department. Now, just to show how frequent those trains are, you see it's gone again. But that's how fast they inconvenience you. And here's the crazy lady that just tried to pull out in front of me that's not even gonna stop for the people in the crosswalk. Let's go up and get her license plate because they had the right of way. This is the lady just tried to pull out in front of me, this white lady at the courthouse that was illegally parked in the handicap zone. But she thinks that she's above the law and does not have to stop for people crossing in the crosswalk. I'm gonna make sure that I forward this to the police department and get her a nice big fat ticket because it's visual. It's not just me saying this, you can actually see it. And I got her license plate 8 Henry King Whiskey 053 Rust Gold Dodge Charger 2-door. But this is what you get when you're in Bakersfield, California. The people, the disrespect, the non-concern for Americans with Disabilities Act. You just saw that white SUV pull out in front of this car with no regard or concern. Look at them now changing lanes. Watch them come over here in front. Yep, again. You have a disabled placard on you. You got the nerve to blow back after all the crazy driving you just did. This is another Americans with Disabilities audit by Dr. Arthur Gray III. It's a shame. It's really a shame in Bakersfield, California. The things that a person in a wheelchair have to endure just to live here, let alone to serve on a jury or anything else. And this is a courthouse. This is the second video or third video that I've done on this non-ADA compliant courthouse at 1415 Truxton Avenue in the city of Bakersfield, California, 93301.